Now, folks, those of you who watch my channel fairly often, perhaps jumped onto videos that I have done for undersized guitars, and you'll know that I am very wary of undersized guitars, junior guitars, mini guitars, stuff like that, because there are a lot of really poor ones made. They're really hard to play for kids, even with a setup. And they put a lot of young players off. But every once in a while I get parents looking for particularly 3/4 size guitars. So even though I don't like them, most of them, it's always useful to find companies that make decent models of smaller guitars. So this is a Donner DAT110D. Even though it has a matte black finish, it is spruce. Top and I think sapele back and sides, all matte finish with the white trim, rosewood board. Not my favorite logo. I don't like gimmicky logos with the music notes, but this company is targeting younger players and beginners, so it's not my logo to like, is it? So there you go. Not much to say about this, except this one came to me used in a partial trade. I just need a little bit of setup. I had a small issue on the end button here with some delamination across the center seam, which I have, if I can figure out how to do this, I have filled in and tried to touch up, and you don't really notice it. But one thing I was struck with this guitar, other than that issue, it didn't have the terrible action that most undersized guitars, in fact almost all undersized guitars have when they come to me for setup. You really have to fight these smaller guitars, particularly the ones that aren't too well made. This one, it's got really nice low action, really easy to play. And the fret ends were decent. I just knocked off a few burrs, but I didn't have to do much on the fret ends. And it sounds quite nice. Sounds parlor-ish. It's got that ring, that parlor ring. It's actually a 3/4 Dreadnought. Same dimensions as a full Dreadnought, just in 3/4 size. Yeah, and this is yet another guitar I have from the Donner company that I think is good value. I mean, it plays really, really nicely for a small guitar. And I've had the full-size black Dreadnought from Donner before, and I know that it's a pretty good guitar for, what is it, $159 or something like that. They've all gone up recently. They were all in the $120, $140 range, but I've noticed that pretty much all of the budget acoustics have gone up $20, $30, $40 in the last few months. So I think these go for around $159, $169. But yeah, it's a really nice guitar, and the great thing about Donner is you get the really nice padded gig bag and some accessories. Your usual tuner, extra strings, picks, that kind of stuff. Capo, I think. So yeah, it's a really nice little beginner package if you want a guitar that's slightly smaller scale length and body size for a junior player or beginner, or maybe even a smaller bodied person. They used to call them ladies' guitars back in the days, but that's not PC anymore. It could be a smaller bodied adult who needs a slightly smaller scale length for fingers as well. I mean, it's comfortable for me to play, actually. It's not difficult for me to play at all, and I have really long fingers. But yeah, these are quite nice. Not everybody likes this matte black finish. I mean, you can see every speck of dust on these things. That's the one downside of these. You're constantly wiping them off. Those of you who have black guitars will know what I'm talking about. But anyway, they're decently made. The parts are decent. They have a nice little sound. And this one came up with a spectacular setup and plays like a dream. It really is probably one of the nicest playing 3/4 guitars I've had in a while. So well done, Donner. This is the, what is it? I already told you, DAT 110D. Alright, just thought I'd put that out there because people are often looking for junior or smaller body guitars or fractional size guitars. This is a 3/4. I'm not sure if they go smaller than that with this company. Half size is pretty small and very cramped, almost like a large ukulele. So I usually tell parents to start their kids on ukuleles and then graduate to guitars when they get to around 9, 10, 12. And then this size would be perfect for them. That way you're not playing the really small junior guitars that are just normally horrible and impossible to play. So there you go. Alright folks, see you on the next one.